Imagine a man lying in a hospital bed. He has no pulse, no heartbeat. The monitor is silent. Yet somehow he is alive. Yet it's a perspective able to speak, even smile. Sounds impossible, right? But this is the reality of thousands today. Thanks to the remarkable machine known as artificial heart. How does a machine replace the most vital organ in our body? And can this technology really help millions who are waiting for a heart transplant? What if I told you that the miracle machine make this possible in new kind of artificial heart, and that is would save a million of lives? For example, meet John, a 52 years old father of two, beloved each coach kids team. He collapsed at home. He was rushed to hospital, diagnosed end stage heart failure. No donor heart. The doctor gave him a mechanical one instead, and today he is walking in the parks, throwing a ball, laughing with his kids. The person you see in this image is Clark. In 1982, he became the first human ever received an artificial heart. It was an experiment and a risky part for complications. He wanted to live 112 days and about 4 months after the transplant. But the need of the best doctor of the nation, close monitoring, and the heart was powered by machine the size of a small refrigerator. Now fast forward to 2025 in Australia, and a patient walk out of hospital with no heart in his chest. It's a moment in medical history. A man from New South become a new first in the country to receive artificial heart. The Australian invented device was used as a bridge to human transplant, but it has the potential to be permanent, serving many lives. It was a total artificial heart with no need for an external pump or backpack. What is an artificial heart and how it is different, says a transplant heart. A transplant heart means you get a human heart taken from someone who died, or in rare cases living donor patient. The donor heart will beat on its own rhythm under your chest. You connect it and it begins doing the work. And an artificial heart, on the other hand, is a biological heart. It's a machine. It gives take over the job of pumping blood throughout your body, maintaining regulations, oxygen and nutrition to tissues. It might be implanted inside your chest with tubes and cables running out, or fully implanted with wireless power. Mechanically, it does not beat like a human heart muscle, contracting and relaxing. Its spines are pumps fluid in controlling way. Because it's a machine, there are trade-offs. You don't have the natural muscle. You have to deal with power supplies. Your face infections risk at interface. You must maintain and monitor it, but the reward life with a doctor does not, just isn't alive. It's November 2024 in Sydney, Australia. Our hospital, a very ill man is wheeled into the operation theatre, and his heart was failing him. The patient was extremely unwell and wasn't expected to survive long. Even though the patient was only in his 40s, he struggled to even walk to the toilet. The device was switched on by its monitor, and when it began pumping blood, it was a remarkable moment. The patient recovered very well and was discharged from the hospital. Dr. Paul stated that it's a device can't fail and cannot be rejected by human body. As it is described, it is the holy giant of artificial heart. Why do we need these machines in the first place? It comes down to two facts. So first, heart failure is a global risk. According to the World Health Organization, around 17.9 million people die each year from cardiovascular diseases. About 32% of all global disease. Many of these are linked to heart failure at some stage, and for end-stage heart failure, the only option has historically been a transplant. Second, there are not enough donors heart. In the US alone, thousands of people are on the waiting list. Some died before a match is found. In many countries, especially in South Asia, Africa, parts of Latin America, donor systems are limited. The result, millions of patients would be saved cannot. For example, in US, fewer than 3,500 heart transplants are performed per year, while over 6 million people live with heart failure. Meanwhile, in Pakistan and India, even fewer transplants happen per million people due to infrastructure, cost, cultural, and logical issues. This is where artificial heart can change the game. Instead of waiting for a donor, the device can be manufactured and implanted. It would become the bridge to the transplant. So the artificial heart isn't just a backup, it's a lifeline. Let's pull back the curtains and explore how this technology really works, because what we have dealing with is not just a pump, it's engineering, medicine, materials, science, and even AI. Engineering and medical collaborations, biomedical engineers design the pump, select materials, fluid flow, and shared forces to maintain the damage to the cell. There are risk factors like blood clots, blood cell destructions, infections. It's a team support. One of the biggest challenges: how do you power a device that runs constantly, continuously, 24/7 inside someone's chest? Some devices are external batteries, backups carrying lithium-ion packs. Others are developing wireless power transmission system, charging through the skin, so no cable bleach the skin barrier. Imagine sleeping while your heart charges wirelessly through a patch on your skin. Modern artificial heart cannot dump pumps. They are smart. They include sensors that monitor pressure, flow rate, perhaps even oxygen. They feed data to onboard microcontrollers. The algorithm adjusts speed, for example, increasing flow when you are climbing stairs, or decreasing when you are resting. AI and machine learning models can predict changes in demand and adjust the pump rhythm. Just your nature heart rate for 60 beats per minute to maybe 120 when exercising. The artificial heart adopts. In the US, the full cost for an artificial heart implant device plus surgeon post-operation care can run into hundreds to thousands of dollars. For many patients, even with insurance, out-of-pocket costs and follow-up care are massive compared to a donor heart transplant, which is also is expensive but can be decades of infrastructure. And according to some estimates, over 25 million people globally would benefit from assets device artificial heart option, but only a tiny receive them due to cost and accessibility. So while the promise is huge, so is the challenge. Let's bring this to life with some real, because technology is nothing without human story. Story of John. Remembering him, he received an artificial heart when he had no donor match. He said, I did not think I will see my kids graduate. Then I got the device, wake up, and suddenly I am alive again. Those words matter, because getting this machine is more than medical, it's personal. Then the story of Maria, she is 47 in Italy. She was implanted with fully artificial heart system and lived for 5 years before receiving a donor heart. During the time she traveled, walked her dog, went on a holiday, news outlets cover her story as the woman living with a machine heart. These stories show this technology isn't just an experimental, it's life-changing. The device gives not just survival but hope for years. So I don't need to tell you how amazing this is. A portable, simple design for heart transplant that works so well that the patient don't even feel it within their body. While it's simply we have to temper expectations, but these our words of captions that the artificial donor heart would last around 3,000 days are about 10 years, but 100 days for this new titanium heart is still far from those numbers. And this words we have to a long way to go until the artificial heart matches up with the resilience of a regular heart transplant. But regardless, if this is where we are now, imagine how the technology would be in the another 10 years. Perhaps heart failure would largely be thing of the past, at least to begin with, for those who can afford it. Then become the task of the price. That is very huge. But as with all powerful technologies, there are questions, big ones. Can a machine truly replace a human organ? On one layer, yes, it pumps blood, but what about the biological heart, the emotional and sympathetic role of a heartbeat in human life is profound. People say, when my heart stopped, I died. Now we say, my machine heart is beating for me. Because does that change how we think of life? Then there is risk of infection, where cables enter the body or where the device interferes with tissues. Device failure, what happens if the pump stops in built in, but the risk cannot be zero. Power deficiency, if you forget your battery pack or wireless feed fails, you are in trouble. Patient may feel, I am not a normal person anymore. They carry hardware, they have alarms, they have limitations. The sense of living with a machine inside you raises identity questions. So here is the takeaway. Science isn't just about gadgets or novelty. It's about saving lives. The heart may be artificial, but the hope it gives is real. Every breakthrough starts with imagination. Someone saying, what if a machine would beat where a heart failure? The seed of question grow into prototypes, clinical trials, patient stories, new norms. If you found this video interesting, please thumb up and like it and subscribe for more videos. And thank you. See you in the next one.